Hey folks, welcome back. This is Noble Rambler with episode 9 of a test run version of Let's Play Rimworld. And episode 9 is probably going to be the last episode in this series. At least that's the plan right now. This was intended just as an experiment to learn how to create Let's Plays, and kind of a shame to leave temporary digs. We've got a lot of the basics created and ready to go, but it'll be time to move on to what will be the real first series for the channel. I'll announce that here real soon, but yeah, it's possible that someday we'll come back to temporary digs and finish it out just for fun. Let's see here. That's right, we just got a combat supplier. Who is our social? That is Jack. So Jack, how are you doing? You're gonna be fine once you get food and your rest is up. I think I can afford to disturb you. Let's see what this combat supplier has to offer. Not much. Do have some money, but there are some important things to buy later we want to save this up for. So buying any of these things is not valuable enough to us to spend everything we've got. Okay. Oh, so you're going to turn off the turrets, then I assume you're going back to bed. No, you actually lost your window to go back to bed. You're going to be cranky today. I probably shouldn't have woke you up. Oh well. This space here, now that we've got... Oh, we've got an alpaca and a muffalo. Wintertime, it's going to get too cold. Well, not so much too cold for them outside. I think they can handle the temperatures. But they need to be fed. They need a place to get out of the storms. So to create something like a barn works well for the animals. And I'm thinking about using this space here. We'll just cut it right into the mountain. We have visitors coming. So let's set up. Don't know that it has to be done right now. So we'll just create orders for it. To set up a... Oh, we'll call it the animal cave. Give them an opening there. And this is where we could designate to have food set aside. Let's see, how do we access? I guess we just access it right here. We could refrigerate this. That way we can keep hay and meat in there for the carnivores, and it won't spoil. And we can vent it right into our venting path here, which can either vent outside in the summer or vent into the building in the winter. In fact, what I was thinking of doing there, structure, wooden door, setting up a door there. And doors, you can choose to have them held open. So we would just hold this door open during the summertime, and then a door here that's closed during the summer, which they can exit out as well. This may work, we'll see. You know, yeah, well, there's also, you can tell the door to not be used. So you can control traffic that way. So that should work out okay. I've never tried this before. I'm assuming that the game will allow air to travel through an open door without it considering it as a blockage, but I haven't actually tested that. We just... Let's see, we've got an exotic goods trader in the area, and we've got a raid. Okay, I was hoping there'd be some excitement this episode. Let's go ahead and cancel these messages. We have a raid from the poison rats. They will prepare for a while and then attack. So they're going to hover over here before they get ready to come in. Where are we? This might be a great time to think about further defenses. I was going to get into this episode. You don't want to put guns 2 or 3 spaces apart. They go boom and they blow each other up. Set them at least 4 away from anything. Like so. I wonder if it's possible to get one of these in before... Let's do this one. Before they attack. Don't know if it will be, but Jude is a pretty good constructor. Handy, why don't you go work on this one? There you are. Let's see if we can get a little more firepower out here. Otherwise, let's get this switch turned on and get our one active gun at least ready. Successfully tamed another alpaca. So eventually we're going to want to create an animal area that restricts them to near home, away from the guns. Let's see, Jude, where did you go? This is kind of important. You are still building. Good. And Handy, as soon as you take this tree down, you're going to want to go back to mining. So we're going to have to tell you specifically to finish this job. And this one is important enough to micromanage. We want to do some more hunting too, but it's possible that these guns are going to do a little hunting for us. So let's wait on the hunting until after this event is over. You are still working on it. Takes a lot of steel to build these. Jack, where'd you go? Good. They are still preparing themselves over here for the attack, and these aren't tribesmen. These are pirates from a town. Frag grenades. That's not good. That's why you want multiple guns, multiple turrets. He's going to lob a grenade at our turret, blow it up, and we're on our own. So this could become an interesting event here. We've tamed a muffalo. We're going to have lots of animals soon. Jack, no, please. Finish. Actually, Jude, you take over. You're almost done here. Come on, you can do it. Okay, let's get this one going. I'm gonna grab more steel. That's one reason why it's nice to have some steel in reserve. Try not to run yourself completely empty. Now they're starting their assault. Alright, so we know that Coffee is a good marksman. I want to get him drafted. And where to? They are heading this way. I did not expect that. So they're dropping in from down. Let's set him here. Where'd you go? Why is it not clicking? That's interesting. Why can't I direct you? You are drafted. It won't let me. What am I missing here? Jude, draft, and go here. But Coffee will not respond because he's in the process of vomiting right now. That's why he won't respond. He has got some food poisoning. Okay. The intricacies of Rimworld. Alright, so Jude has a knife. He is not going to do much good. Let's get him... position him back here in case we are overrun. Doc, you have got a weapon and you're good at it, so you head down. You're going to head down here as well. Actually, you're going to take first position. Who is left? Handy, you are going to head over here with him, and we're missing somebody. Okay, the comma and period will cycle you through. Larson is missing. He's got the pistol. He is going to position himself over here. Alright, so Coffee, as soon as you're done, we're going to set you up right here. And I really prefer you went this direction to get there. Where are we at? We're coming down from the top. And we head over here. So we did get all of these turrets in, and this is actually not a good idea. You head over here. Coffee, you head over here. These guys are in front of this gun. It's going to shoot through them to get to Josh and Guts over here. Alright. Now, who is our guy with the grenades? Well, unfortunately, this gun is already being melee attacked. So he is going to have to take this guy out. Although, these guys are shooting him trying to get to the gun. But I think our grenade just got lobbed right there. I think this gun is now in trouble. Yep, this gun is gone. Alright, these guys are going to move over in this direction. We need Larson. Where did you go? Larson is still on his way over, isn't he? Andy, Larson's up here. Larson, you head down this way. Change your route. Okay. I need this gun to concentrate fire on this guy as soon as he gets in range. So we're going to set a forced target for Hawk, as he is going to destroy the gun. Andy, can you reach Hawk yet? You cannot. So you do fire it. Yes, you can. Why didn't that work? Andy, right click. There we are. Fire at Hawk. And he's already taken out the next grenade. Darn. Okay. And you have a pump shotgun, so you're not going to reach. But you will as soon as they advance on this gun. Alright, Larson. I need you on the line over here. You guys do not have guns, so there's not much that you can do right now. Okay, so as soon as we come in range... Oh, darn. Okay. Alright, so Coffee, you still can't reach. Larson, you can. Take this guy out. Larson, there it is. Fire at Hawk. And Coffee, fire at Hawk. Got him. Okay. You guys fire at whomever you like. Will they automatically? They will. Okay. Alright. They're fleeing. It would be nice to grab more of them, if possible. You guys get up here as fast as you can. And in case Jude and Handy are faster, let's get them running too. These guys, dead, dead, dead. Okay. They're running this direction. All 5 of you head out here. Okay, let's stop there. Doc, you've got the best range. So take aim right now. Got him. One more. Nope, he's out of range. So they're getting away. Alrighty, everybody undraft. These guys will strip the bodies for whatever supplies we can get. Unforbid everything. And I don't know of an effective defense against frag grenades. There are mods that create walls with slots through them that the guns can shoot through that will protect the gun, so that's not in the vanilla version of Rimworld. So the only thing I can think of is to create a winding pathway that the enemies have to run through to get to the turrets, where they will be shot before they get the chance. Otherwise, we have got to rebuild some turrets. Let's go ahead and get these queued up, because we don't know when the next raid is going to be. It's helpful, of course, to have enough turrets shooting simultaneously that the enemy will be overwhelmed before it happens. Something like that, and as soon as we protect that side thoroughly, they'll manage to come into this side. So let's just continue this around. Another 2 there, and a couple out over here. So we've got to get some serious steel mining going on. We have steel here. That's helpful. Be nice to be able to mine steel out of an area that we're going to be mining anyway. Alright, so we are all back in bed and recovering from our crazy day, and that's fine. Let's turn the speed up, and I'm going to try to keep the speed up so we can get a few more interesting events to happen before time's up. I don't know how long this episode's going to be. I'm not going to hold it to just 30 minutes because it's going to be the final episode of this series. So we'll just go until we've covered about everything that needs to be covered. One of them, I had set up some wind generators down here, and they're up and running. There is a tree here, and this says that it's blocked by oak trees, so our efficiency is dropped. In fact, both of these are blocked. They would be producing far more power. So let's set up. Now, normally I would use concrete here, but concrete uses steel, and we're going to be really short on steel. So let's just put in wooden floors through this zone right here. And that will stop any trees from growing there. And for that matter, let's do that around these guys wherever there is grass, so that we don't get trees growing and blocking. I'm not sure if trees will block the sunlight to the solar panels or not, but we'll go ahead and do that just for argument's sake. Silence is carrying goods. And again, as these goods hit the stockpiles, if they're better than what we're already wearing or using, our colonists will go down and re-outfit themselves. We are also, well, we do have quite a bit of meat yet, and we have a muffalo to hunt. Okay, our animals think that they're part of the family and are living inside as well. The main issue there is that they track a lot of dirt in. So let's go ahead and set up an animal area. Let's see here. We want zones, expand animal area 1. We're going to restrict them to a little bit inside the freezer. Out over here. And though they'll eat some of our crops, we'll give them the garden just in case we haven't fed them and they're starting to starve. They'll have access to a little bit of the foods in here. Random chance we're going to have some hay sitting in this area. Not give them access to the medicine. Yeah, let's do that. So, animals, you guys, except for silence, are all going to be restricted to animal area 1. Now, specifically, we want chickens, should we manage to find any. That's right. Let's grab Handy. No, all of our merchants are gone. It'd be nice to see if we can find chickens before this episode's over. But in preparation for that, clear out the animal zone, clear out the animal zone here, put in instead a new zone, stockpile. Oh, I see. I guess I need that to be zoned for both. Well, this stockpile is specifically going to be for, let's see, foods. Raw resources, where were eggs? Meals, raw foods, other. Fertilized eggs. Oops, clear all. Fertilized eggs are allowed in here. Okay, so let's go back to expand animal area 1 and include that. Okay, so we've got animals allowed in here and here for chicken eggs. If the chickens lay their eggs anywhere else, they will be brought back into here. Why do we have herbal medicine in this space? What am I not getting here? Oh, for a moment there, that stockpile was good for everything, and so they dropped them there. So I assume someone's going to pick these up and bring them back into here. Here needs to have the herbal medicines. Manufactured medicine, herbal, because it will rot, so it's got to be refrigerated. Okay. And the priority on here, let's see, storage, preferred. Okay. So they should be picked up eventually and brought back into here. And then as the day starts, because these Muffalo were probably already planning on sleeping there before I changed the priorities, they will move down and, let's see, that's right, they will move down. We need to give them a place to sleep. Furniture, animal sleeping spots. Let's dedicate this area. Tortoise is self-tamed. That's interesting. So this tortoise liked what he saw and decided to call this his home as well. He's attached himself to us and he's now one of our pets. So, animals, we will keep the tortoise also in Area 1. Silence is unrestricted so that he can roam off and haul things in. Alright, so who is working on... I guess he has been doing his job. He's got 2 of the guns back up, and we are probably just out of iron. And we're out of graves, I see. So let's queue up miscellaneous grave. Set up a significant row of these so that we don't have to worry about forgetting this again. Wait a minute, that's a geothermal power supply. Let's cancel those. We may have to move that grave. Alright, what else? Turrets are out here. We've got 5 bedrooms, and we've got 5 colonists. Had those enemies lived and we recruited one, he's going to need a bedroom. Broken and confused. Alpaca 3 is broken and is wandering around confused. What is that all about? Alpaca 3 needs... He's not needing anything. He's got dementia. He's old, and he's not sure what where he's supposed to be right now. So he is just going to wander around. This happens to our colonists as well when they are severely stressed. But I've not had that happen with an animal. So that's what old animals do. Alright, we need to specifically queue up some iron. Where's the closest iron? Hate to walk all the way over here. We do have some inside. Handy. Work on this one instead. We could queue up this iron over here and then rebuild it with stone walls, that would be fine. We do need to get these turrets going. I was going to say it would be nice to have another bedroom already built for when we do get our next colonists. So let's proactively or preemptively get that going. Since we don't have iron, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's kind of close to that gun. Let's make this bedroom shy, but we'll go long. So I think we'll still have close to the same square footage in there. Door here. We are out of wood though. So let's queue up some more wood chopping. Whoever has plant cutting will work on that. Okay. And it'd be nice to clear out the trees around these turrets as well. And right in here. It only takes out the mature trees. That's why this one didn't flag. This one is only 39% grown. So, though we don't have enough wood, I believe we can still queue up our floors and our bed. Let's see, furniture, bed, wood. Right there. Let's not do the light bulb yet in case it ends up outside in the rain before the roof goes on. One thing you can do is put these planters in. The one who does the growing will walk around and plant a plant in them, and it will add beauty to the room. Beauty, that's something I wanted to highlight. This little symbol down here allows you to see the beauty in a room. The stone tiled floor gets a bonus of 2 beauty per square. Wood is a neutral, so it's 0. Dirt is -1. So you need to at least put wood in order to get a neutral here. Dirt, -15. That just went away. The bed is not a spectacular one. This one is. Worth 65 beauty, whereas this is only worth 6. So the point is, let's see, this bed is a shoddy bed, and this one is a normal bed. Shoddy, shoddy, good. When we get into building great and excellent beds, it'll really give a boost to the room. At that time you'll want to siege. At that point you'll want to deconstruct these or uninstall them, and I believe you can sell them and then build new ones when you're whoever is set to construction gets better at what he's doing. 11 out of 20 is actually pretty good, so he should be able to build some pretty good beds now. He was probably closer to a 6 or 7 out of 20 when he began. So as well, you're not only seeing what each square is worth, you're seeing the overall score of the entire room. So 0.1 is all the bonus you're getting out of this, whereas here we're all the way up to a 1.0, and you can get these up into 2 and 3 and 4 so that their mood changes as they go from an ugly environment into a nice environment. They'll get a green plus instead of a red negative. Alright, let's see. Another feature down here, toggle room display. So this will give you the overall score, whether this room is spacious or, in this case, the beauty is neutral. Beauty is rather nice, neutral, and how clean it is, and its impressiveness, mediocre, dull. So that also affects their moods. Alrighty, siege. A group of pirates from the Shiv Men. Well, that's helpful. I assume that means they're only going to have shivs with them instead of frag grenades, but we'll see if that's true. Have arrived in drop pods nearby. It looks like they want to besiege the colony and pound you with artillery from a distance. Well, those aren't shivs. You can try to wait them out, or you can go get them. Eventually, when we start to get much larger raids coming at us, this is not going to be as easy, but right now it's best to deal with a siege by heading out there and sniping them. But let's watch them come in. That's quite a few. So we've got 6 enemies, and soon we're going to see drop pods come in and drop all their supplies, and they're going to come and set up a siege camp with some artillery. They're going to fire bombs and lob them over and explode around us. So this is a pretty dangerous situation for our colonists. So before they even get started, I am going to get Doc out there to... Too bad it's night. I'm going to have to let Doc rest, or he's going to break. So once he gets rested up, he's going to come in here, find a position, and start sniping them. See if we can get them to flee before they ever set up their guns. We'll let the time tick by, at least get into the middle of the night and give Doc a little more rest. And here come their supplies being dropped down to them. And they've got meals, they've got artillery shells, and they've got iron to set up their guns. So, we're at midnight. Doc, where are you? You're not even... There you are. I was worried you weren't even sleeping yet. Let's get you guys sleeping. We're going to need you rested up and ready to go. Where's number 1, 2, 3, 4? Jude. You've only got a knife and you're resting. Okay. So, Doc, how are you doing? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and risk you. Let's get out here. So, Doc, draft you. We need to... Boy, I wish there was a better place to shoot from over here. We could send you up over here before they get these guns built. You are going that way. Okay, over here, Doc. Broken and confused. That is our alpaca. So, though I believe he's sound asleep, that means he could wander out of his home zone when you're not expecting him to, and end up... Alright, you come on over here. End up walking right in front of the turrets as they're shooting. Alright, they are setting up their gun. They are setting up their sandbags. We may be too late to really disturb them, but we'll give it a try. Actually, come on over here and see if you have a shot. You do. Anybody else? Got him. Okay, let's get these guys all riled up. They will siege from here until they hit a certain timer or a certain point, and then they will rush the camp. In which case, they will be they'll be up against the turrets. But while they're over here by themselves, they've got a lot of power in these artilleries. Okay, you can't reach anybody now. Let's move you over to here. We've injured several. Oh, he's got a shot. Got him. Shot. Okay, move. Back behind your rock. Take another shot. Got him. Good. Good job. Okay, they're almost done building the artillery. Okay, you're out of range again. Hop back over here. Eventually, the AI may get to the point to where they're smart enough to run for cover. You head back over here now. Good, missed them. Alright, take your shot. We're getting ready. Now, I don't know who will be assigned to launch artillery shells from here. It'd be nice if it was this guy. They're assaulting the colony. Alright. One of these guys were probably the artillery operator, and he's no longer available. So they're just going to all rush the colony. So, Doc, you're heading down. Let's get you down here. Yep, you're still pathing that way. Let's pause this thing. Who was... It was Coffee. These guys are primarily coming this way. We only have one gun on this side, so Coffee, you position yourself over here. There's going to be some cranky settlers here. They haven't had their breakfast. Larson, you have a pistol. Why don't you... Let's see, 2 turrets there, nothing over here. I want you set up over here to begin our defenses on that side. Doc, are you going to get away in time? Looks like you are. I wonder if you can take a shot right now. Good doing. Good going. Alright, get back over here now. You position yourself right there. Okay, Coffee, can you not reach him yet? You can't. That's why you're not shooting. Okay. Fire. He has a shiv, so he's going to head straight into the gun. Actually, it would be nice to have Larson to assist him there. Larson, you head over here. Come on. Come on, Coffee. Before it blows up, get him, get him, get him. Alright. They're fleeing. So they have taken enough losses, they're giving up. Is there any chance of reaching them? Where did the one go that came down this side? They're both right here. Let's see if it's possible to outrun them. This one is injured. He has cataracts and a gunshot to the stomach, but nothing to the legs, so that might not slow him down. Let's see if there's a chance to get a shot off at him. Larson, you're not going to be able to. Did any of our enemies survive enough to be captured? No, no. Nope, they did not. This one, I didn't see him. Health, left leg. He's going slower. You know, it may be possible to catch him before he gets off the map. Let's make a run for it and find out. Otherwise, everybody else was they were never drafted. Larson is undrafted, so they're going to continue doing what they were doing. We want Pete to be stripped of his belongings. Pete came with a meal and Larson just grabbed it to get something to eat. And these guys up here, Paulette, take your belongings, and we're going to unforbid everything. Bunch of survival meals. Taryn, take your belongings. You're no longer needing them. And we're going to dismantle all of these sandbags before whoever comes in for the next raid takes advantage of them against us. Let's deconstruct. Actually, I cannot uninstall. Alright, so we're going to deconstruct the gun so it can't be used against us. We have another survival rifle. Oh, it's a shotgun. Love to get some more survival rifles, and there's actually some much better weapons out there that will come later in the game. You've got some sniper rifles, assault rifles, machine guns, like laser rifles. I don't remember what they're called, but those are nice. Now we've got a knife that's forbid there, and Pete is already been given the order to be stripped. Repairing steel turret. Let's go ahead and not clean blood. Can you not strip? He's reserved for someone else already. Okay. Alright, so we are chasing Silo. Silo is broken. He's injured. He's only got a gunshot to the leg. So he is 30 years old. His health is good otherwise. And he's got some decent skills. He's capable of everything. He has a chemical fascination, so she will consume much more of them and is more likely to go on binges. I assume that means... well, what chemicals are there in this game besides alcohol? Cold lover, so does really well in the cold, so she is going to work well in the winter. So she would be a great addition to our colony if we can get a hold of her. Now, I can't just order you to arrest, right? Only to attack. Hate to have to shoot her to stop her, but I don't see any other way. Let's see. Doc, why don't you stop here? Your range. Now, let's go a little further. As soon as your range touches the end of the map, right there, I'm going to have you try to get one shot off. Hopefully you hit a leg or something. Oh, not enough. Darn it. Okay. Undraft. You guys are free to hopefully grab some of these things. You're going to grab a meal. You brought your own meal. Okay. So, Doc, I think, is set for hauling unless there's planting to do, and there probably is. Yeah, well, no. Alright, Jack, you're going to get back to working here. We don't have any traders to call. We have meat. This alpaca is probably number 3 who is broken and wandering. We do have graves now. We're going to strip Pete. We do not have graves. That's why. We do need to get some graves going. Jude, let's get some graves going first. The more we see these dead bodies around, the more we're going to start getting depressed. Finish the grave. So he has got his priorities elsewhere, and every step he's going to have to be forced, to do this. Finish that job. Let's get 5 graves going here. Okay, you can go do what you need to do. Handy, let's continue working on steel, please. They probably just picked the job that's closest to them at the moment. Alright, so we are deconstructing. We're going to haul all these goods in. We should see Silence making his run to go up and... there he is. Oh, he's bringing in some cotton cloth. Alrighty, so we survived a siege. And Doc Andy is exhausted. He is resting. Okay, so that means that he has hit the end of his rest. Exhaustion is a -25. So not good to hit exhaustion. Oh, I see, because his restrictions do not allow him to go to sleep until he's gotten to here. So there's a downside to not having any anythings. Ah, maybe that's what's needed here. Let's switch this row to anything and this row to work. If we haven't let them sleep, they can trigger a sleep at this point. Alright, that makes more sense. Okay. Looking at my list here to see what other items I wanted to hit. I initially picked this area to have the option of a back door. Problem with a back door is quite often the AI will aim the enemies toward your weakest point. So if we have got walls and guns and they've got to come through our main door here to get into our encampment, if there's a back door, they will just track right on around, skip all the guns, and start banging on this door till they get in. So if you do create a back door, you've got to as well wall off and have all of your turrets here too. I heard someone say long ago that the more turrets you have, the more enemies the AI will send against you. I don't know if that's true, I've not tested it, but it's possible that the better your defenses are set up and the more defenses you have, the more that you're going to be attacked. Just notice we only have one meal. Larson is probably spending too much time working with the animals. So let's set animal handling as the first two. Let him work through all of his ones. Boy, too bad someone else can't research. That means he's never going to get back to animal handling. We'll set Doc as a potential animal handler too. That will satisfy that. But we do need to keep these meals at least up to our 20 limit. Of course, the siege probably changed everything too. We didn't get the Muffalo butchered in time, and now he is rotted. So we can no longer use that. Now, I want to make sure that we have definitely told... No, we didn't. We want these meals to not allow rotten. That could have something to do with why we're getting food poisoning. I think I have covered everything that was necessary, at least from what the game has uncovered at this point. So I'm just going to let it run for a while and see if anything else exciting happens. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this up soon. Let's see, I want them to hunt, these guys. Hunt. There you are. So we'll set it for speed 3 and just let them do their own thing and see what eventful thing happens. Eventually we might set up a different stockpile. Yeah, we'll do that real quick. Zone, dumping pile, say over here. That does nothing but rotten and corpses. So we can get that out of our view, and then we'll set that up to a higher priority. So coffee and Doc. Yeah, Doc got triggered because there's no planting to do. So now once in a while, I don't know if it's random or if it has to do with how much injury you do to the herd. Once in a while, the animals will rebel and become manhunters. Suddenly, alright, there's a problem. Suddenly, you've got the deer attacking. Where did Doc go? Doc is planting, okay. One downside with two hunters is one will inevitably stand in the pathway of the other one. You'll end up having your hunters hunting each other. Let's see, this tree needs to be taken out. Nice to be able to leave our turrets on. Actually, we're doing pretty good here. We're losing power. Our stored power is dropping. But daytime it will be replaced. Although if we have an eclipse, exotic goods trader, let's make use of that. An eclipse will, of course, shut down the solar panels, and you'll have to rely entirely on wind. And so these turrets will... I didn't realize I did that. Darn. This is going to explode, taking out this. Well, we'll leave it for now since we have so few defenses. Once these are all built, we'll probably take this guy out. Must have been a blueprint there I didn't notice. Alright, Handy is almost done with resting, so let's have you talk to the exotic goods trader, and hopefully he's got chickens for sale. Be nice to squeeze that into this episode. We've got alpaca and muffalo. These are ours. Okay. Actually, they're worth quite a bit. I don't know that the milk we're getting is truly worth it. Let's, for argument's sake, sell these guys off. We're going to keep silence. We'll sell off the alpaca that is so old, and we'll sell off the tortoise. We're just going to keep our husky for now. And there's 1,000 silver coming our way. That's great. Let's see, I keep trying to scroll with my WASD buttons. Alright, we've got poor cowboy hat, which, by the way, works well in really hot environments. So it'll keep you cool. The cowboy hat and the duster will keep you cool on a map that is really hot. We're making dusters. This is ours, but it's shoddy, so we're going to go ahead and sell this one. No, I take it back. That is theirs. We can buy it. So let's start up here. We have a poor quality toque. We have 2 of them. We'll get rid of those. Another toque that's poor quality. So that must have come off of one of our enemies. A good quality toque we'll hang on to for our own people to use. A psychic foil helmet. Oh, okay. So when psychic drones come over to psychologically play with us, this will reduce the impact of psychic events. Okay, so the aliens can't get to us. A uranium military helmet. Though it's awful, at least it is a military helmet. We don't have any other of those, so we're going to hang on. No, I take it back again. That's something that they're selling. Green is ours. We'll get rid of the cloth pants, all of the shoddy stuff that is broken down, which our colonists will be depressed by having to wear, so they're never going to pick these up on their own anyway. These are mostly clothes that they have gotten rid of. Double strand, button-down shirt. That's decent, but we'll go ahead and get rid of that. So we've got some serious money. We've got 2,000 silver now. Is there anything that we would like to get? Eventually we'll be making art. Art sells for a tremendous amount when it's made out of gold and plasteel and uranium, and it really gives a boost to the beauty of the room. So if you get a colonist that is very depressive, you can put some nice art in there, and when he's sleeping, his mood will be climbing quickly to recover all of his moodlets, negative moodlets from the day. Alright, so what else do we have to buy? We could do this. We could give, I think it was Jack. Let's give him an eye, since it was our fault that we dropped the roof on him. Let's see, we have rabbits that we could buy. No chickens. And we're at the end. So we're going to, after selling all this, the eye is 1,400, so we're going to end up paying them 200 out of our 900. Accept, and Jack, you're going to get your meal, and then we are going to queue you up for a, where are you at? A bionic eye. Which eye? The left eye has been crushed, so we're going to replace the left eye. Make sure you replace the right, or the correct eye. Alright, so if I were to draft you and undraft you, you will head to a medical bed. Once you do, Doc, who is currently hunting, is going to come in and give you the operation. And we'll see the effect of that. So Doc, you're a great shot. I would expect 2 or 3 and you're going to be done here. Good shot. Done. It is so nice when you get colonists that can aim. So trigger happy really works against that. They just pull the trigger and don't think about aiming. Alright, so speed this up again until Doc is ready to start his operation. Speaking of trigger happy, I just realized that we're dumping the bucks over here. We don't want to do that, so let's, all corpses go there except for animal corpses. Those need to be refrigerated. Alright, Doc is going to bring some medicine over, bring the eye over, and get to work on Andy, who has been anesthetized, so his whole body is now unconscious. The game really catches up, or really, zooms in on those details. His left eye that was crushed visitors is now a bionic eye. So, what does that do for him? Jack, for instance, shooting accuracy, 95% of it is sight, and because of his bionic eye, he's at 120% of normal. So his shooting accuracy has gone up. Did it really affect? Nope, but he doesn't have the skill to use it. But the sight will affect quite a few other things. He, though, is still anesthetized, so it's going to be a while before he's up and running again. But we have just given him a bionic eye, and you can do that with legs and arms and hands, as well as implant different chips into them that take away their ability to feel pain or increase their shooting accuracy or increase their speed. A few other attributes that can be enhanced that way. Some of them prosthephile. Jack feels limited in his feeble human body. He often dreams of going bionic. So he actually is going to get a mood boost now because he has a bionic body part. Others do not want that. They are a prosthetophobe. And if you give them the bionic eye, they are going to constantly have a negative 14 or whatever it is permanently for the rest of their life because they hate the fact that there's something mechanical in them. We have visitors coming in from the Gray Hill people who still don't really care for us. Gray Hill, you're over here. Okay. So we've gone through a siege, we've gone through a raid, we've discussed why not to build this turret here. Animals are going to live in here eventually. Chicken coop. I think we have covered a lot of the basics of Rimworld. I've learned a lot about creating Let's Plays, and I think we're going to call this a wrap. Thank you for watching, folks, and stay tuned for all the exciting episodes and games coming to the Noble Rambler gaming channel. Good day.